The upcoming MVP promoted fight cards slated for Friday, July 11th is another historical card for women's boxing. This is calling back to remembrance of October of 2022 when Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall headlined a card that was an all-women's card featuring them as the main event, with so many other prominent women from the sport of boxing participating. Well, this time around, it's a repeat with two of the most prominent ladies facing off for a trilogy match, and Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. The two of them have faced one another twice before in very closely contested bouts, and in this third fight, which should be the ringer, anything can happen. It's scheduled for Madison Square Garden again, where their original fight took place. And I have to say that these two, because of their contrasting styles, have put on the type of fight where boxing pundits, fans, supporters, whatever you like from the sport, one of these two represented in its highest form. When you talk about Katie Taylor, Taylor has come into this fight having faced someone that, since she had fought Serrano that second time, she had a loss on her record. And that was against Chantel Cameron. And that goes back to May of 2023 when they faced one another. Chantel Cameron got a majority decision over Katie, and it was in Katie's home country of Ireland. So she avenged that later that same year in November with a majority decision herself. So Katie might be looking at another potential trilogy match against someone that is also featured on this card. In the case of Serrano, she hasn't lost since prior her November 2024 unanimous decision loss to Katie. Many people felt like she had done enough to win the fight, and these two have looked at one another as the standard bearer of, if I can beat that person, that's what defines my career. And so as they come in for this third match, it is going to be war. Also on this card will be veteran fighters such as Alicia Baumgardner, as she takes on Jennifer Miranda for her undisputed super featherweight titles. And when you think about when you think about Baumgardner, you know, Alicia, she's had some time off from the sport. She had a no contest in September of 2024 against Delphine Persoon due to a clash of heads and a severe cut. Prior to that, she hadn't fought since July of 2023, where she won a unanimous decision over Cristina Linartardu. Now, Miranda is a fighter that's coming in undefeated from Spain. We know those Spanish fighters can be tough, and I hope that Alicia doesn't think that Jennifer is not going to bring it, because I do believe she's going to compete. But Baumgardner is now being trained, I believe, by Derek James, and she may have something special for Jennifer. It's going to be a great fight. Super featherweight in the women's division can be equally as competitive as it can be in the men's division of boxing. Also returning to the ring will be one Savannah Marshall, who hasn't fought since July of 2023 when she won a major decision majority decision over Franchon Cruz Discern. She's going to be taking on Shadisha Green. Now that's a fight that many people have called for a long time, including Shadisha Green, who had been looking forward to an opportunity to face either Marshall or Clarissa Shields in the super middleweight division. So these two are going to get it on. Only 1 year separates them in age, as Shadisha is the elder at 35. But Savannah is the taller at 5'11 and a half to 5'8 for Green. Now, this fight is going to be interesting because Savannah hasn't been in the ring boxing since 2023. And there's an opportunity for Green, whose last fight was in November of 2024, where she won a split decision over Melinda Watpool. It may be a chance for her to creep up on Savannah. But Savannah could always box, and Savannah is a tall, rangy fighter. Trained by Peter Fury, I believe. She's a fighter who can box, and she's been known to be very strong at the weight. She rehydrates up to a size where her strength and power is very advantageous. So Shadisha Green needs to mind her defense in this fight against Marshall, because Marshall can punch, and if she catches someone clean and cold, she usually goes right in for the kill. So those are two bouts to look forward to with the Baumgardner and Marshall fights. But also on this card is Katie Taylor's nemesis, Chantel Cameron, who's going to be coming in to face Jessica Kamara. And in this fight, held at the super lightweight division, Cameron is going to be fighting for the interim WBC lightweight title, super lightweight title. Now Kamara, who hails from Canada, her last fight was a technical draw against Caroline Dubois, and that was in January of 2025. So the fact that she hasn't been in the ring but for a few months, we have to look at Cameron, who's been out since November of 2024. Now Cameron can fight. She comes from the United Kingdom. She's the type of fighter who is busy. She can fight on the inside. She can box from the outside. She has a decent punch and power. She dropped Katie Taylor in their fight, and the knockdown was not acknowledged, which I thought was really weird. It happened, I believe, in the very first round of their rematch. So Cameron is looking to look good because she wants this third fight with Taylor, and I expect her to come out and really perform. Kamara is 37, Cameron is 34. So we're going to see the two of them really mixing it up. And I'm telling you, because several of these fighters on this card are in the same division, winners and losers can look forward to facing someone else who's on the card in their next fight. So it's going to be very interesting. Also, as we look toward the return to the ring of one of my favorite fighters, Ramla Ali, whom I deem the beautiful boxer. Ramla hasn't been in the ring since June of 2024, when she lost to Yamileth Mercado, a unanimous decision. She'll be taking on Lila Furtado from Brazil. We know about those fighters over there coming out of Brazil. She was last in the ring in December of 2024, where she won a unanimous decision over Giselle Lebanio. And that's going to be interesting for Ramla, because Ramla, who can box but likes to mix it up, she's 35 now, Furtado is 34. We may see something special here, because these two ladies in the super bantamweight division are going to be vying for an opportunity for a world title fight. Now Furtado lost a points decision back in January of 2024 to Karis Ardingsall. Now, Karis is a good fighter. She also preceded that loss in August of 2023 against Raven Chapman. So this is going to be a chance for her to kind of turn things around for her career. Ramla Ali is going to have to decide whether or not she really wants to put out the type of effort to put herself in position for another title shot. Also on this card, we'll have Trinica Johnson as she takes on Sharetta Metcalf. Now this will be for the IBF, WBC, and WBO World Bantamweight titles. This is going to be interesting because Johnson, who's from Australia, likes to mix it up. She's a strong fighter. And Metcalf is coming in, and she's a strong fighter as well, but she's 40 years of age now. Her last fight was in October of 2024, and she took on Miyo Yoshida, and she won a unanimous decision. Johnson just fought a few months ago in Nina Hughes, where she scored a TKO victory. This I expect to be one of the heated fights on the card. And these ladies are coming to face one another to really turn up the lights on the women's division of boxing. And the newly signed to MVP, Ellie Scottney, who is also a super bantamweight title holder. The IBF, WBC, and WBO super bantamweight titles will be on the line when she takes on Yamileth Mercado. Now that fight right there should be interesting. Mercado hails from Mexico, and she is a fighter. Now, Scottney from the UK can box, but she likes to mix it up as well. Now, there's not a lot of knockout artists on this card, but there's the potential for each and every one of the matches to be outstanding because these women will take pride in the fact it's another all-women's card and they want to represent properly. I expect it to be quite exciting, and it will be broadcast on Netflix. I love the fact that MVP has put this together to put it on the air where we'll get a chance to watch it. If you have Netflix, please tune in. This is going to be outstanding. The fact that these ladies are going to come out and turn the lights up in Madison Square Garden. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about this card and how things could turn out. Leave comments and let's discuss further. Do you think that Katie and Amanda are gonna turn it out, or will someone on the undercard upset them and really turn the lights up? It's gonna be interesting. Let's talk about it. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.